Shalom, shalom. First, I would like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elders, apostles, Jim S. Honors to the elder, Alliance St. Camper Heart 1. And shalom to you, brothers and brothers and sisters out there that's pushing the truth of sincerity. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. All right, so the reason I brought this scripture out is because even though we're in the times of where these nations, countries, organizations are starting to hate America, but this is the ultimate end for it. This is the end which the Lord has set for this wicked place, Babylon. You know, the ones that persecuted the nation of Israel. Right, because not only is the financial backing of NATO and NATO itself going to turn against America and burn her with fire, but so is these other nations. They're going to huff and puff at her. Right, that was the same nation that puffed up her nose, man, lifted up their heads towards the sky, not even looking down, man, saying that they won't even touch. They won't touch no evil. Right? Like nothing can hurt this place. That's what they prop themselves up to be. An untouched nation. But the Lord is going to make sure they get moved. For Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So it's all about the Lord putting it into these nations' hearts, man. Into these nations' hearts. Into these unions, diplomatic countries' hearts to do so. Right? It said, for Yahweh have put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. So it's all about the word of Yahweh being fulfilled, that he has spoke. And guess what, man? We read this book, and the ones that were set up to understand and blessed to have that knowledge and wisdom is going to live by it. And the ones that were set up to prophesy and to give the breakdown is going to prophesy and give the breakdown. It says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So that woman, meaning America, so that woman being America, that reigneth over the kings of the earth. And they did that by how? They did it through the military system, the monetary system, and their religious system. Well, especially through that dollar, man. That dollar and that military. That military complex. Because you had endless accounts of America stepping into other countries' affairs, and not only that, man, but setting up their own rulers in the name of demonocracy, which isn't real democracy. And a good example of that, a good example of why it's said that way, is look at the recent interview with Tucker Carlson and Mike Benz, which was a former state of cybersecurity, had a state of cybersecurity or something like that. But now he's running he's a director of some force for free speech on the internet. But he was breaking it down how in 1949 or 48, man, it was They put a puppet ruler in there in Italy to protect democracy, doing something with the ballots and so forth and so forth. So that whore is America, that the ones that had the hand in all these other countries' affairs, and these other countries couldn't do nothing back to America and couldn't touch America. But now the table has turned. The table has turned, man. The tables have turned. Right? Because it said what? This is Isaiah 14 and 11. Well, actually, 14:04, thou shalt take up the proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. All right. So it's going to be said, how has this city ceased, the golden city? How does this great nation become so desolate? You say the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he ruled the nations in anger and persecuted and none hindered. God, going so far that the bombing places where actual people and kids resided, going into certain countries and taking their resources from them, taking whole peoples, man, lands, making laws against another nation saying one thing, but it's actually another, and then try to cover up the truth, saying that it's propaganda. All of it, man, all through their lies, all because they wanted for power. For power, man. It said the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Right? It says, verse 11, that pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worms spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Come on, man. And that's going to happen to America. Their pride is going to be brought down low, even down to the grave, even them damn Europeans. Right, them Europeans that even back America, all of Esau, eventually going into 1,000 years of slavery, all of that. But especially in America, that pride is going to be brought down to the grave, man, brought down so far, and it's never going to be brought up again. And it's going to be consumed. It's going to be so consumed that it can never be revived. Consumed, man. And we're witnessing that time. The time of them getting consumed in their own iniquity and folly and BS. It says, Revelations 18 and 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off of the fear of their torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, man. It's saying, alas, alas, man, this great city. Looking at it, man, and they're going to be in fear. Because and they're going to know, man, that the Lord liveth. And the Lord liveth, man. The Lord liveth. It's not going to be done by their own hands, man. The Lord is the one that's doing this. The Lord is the one that's going to bring this down wicked kingdom to his knees. And it's going to be hit from every which side, from nations, from within, from the side, from different countries, from the neighboring countries, everything. However it may happen, it's going to happen. It says, verse 17, for in 1 hour so gracious is come to naught. Great riches is come to naught, man. So in 1 hour, man, this place is going to be wiped off. Never to be seen again. Never to be inhabited again. But by the nocturnal animals that can withstand the heat. And every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by the sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? All right. So they're not going to be, no one's never going to be able to do business with America anymore. It's going to be a truly iconic thing that's going to be remembered. It's going to be for a memorial. Right? Because after that, man, this will be the last time Israel will be seen in a state like that. Because the Lord is gonna bring forth a new generation. Right? A new generation. A new generation of Israelites, man, with the laws written in the emerald parts. Being covered, man. Having the laws in their emerald parts, never sinning again, doing the Lord's will, and replenishing the earth. And that's what we wait on, and that's what we hope for. Not for America to continue to keep doing business and continuing to block stuff out, you know. But that's it for this lesson. Hope it was edifying.